Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Manoj Atri, real estate agent with the Remax Hallmark. And I am here with another webinar today and just trying to check if everything is working. Yes, it seems to be working. So the sound is okay there. And I'm going to check if I'm streaming correctly on all formats. So give me a moment here till others can join, and then we can take it to the next level. Yeah, I am live on Facebook. I am live on Facebook pages. Okay, so that takes care of it. And let me see LinkedIn. Let me see LinkedIn here. Give me a moment here. And yes, live on LinkedIn. It is upcoming, but can someone give me a one or a yes that if my audio and video is coming correctly? And if yes, then we are all good to go. So I'm waiting to hear from someone, or a yes would be great, or a one, and that if you can hear me properly. Let me give it a try there. Yes, so it's coming over there. Yeah, we are good to go, sir. So today we are covering, okay, let me open up my slides and I will guide you accordingly. So thank you again for joining. My name is Manoj Atri. I'm a real estate agent with Remax Hallmark. And these are some of the things that we are going to cover today is rent to own and what you need to know about lease option to purchase or lease with option purchase. These are both the same terminology, but we are going to review an article regarding the same. And this article is what to know about lease with option to buy or rent to own homes. They are the same terminology. And before we actually go into the full article, I'll also try to walk you through slightly regarding what is the difference between rent to own homes and buying. I'll be just on the surface trying to pick up the finer points, and then we take it to the next level. And also, if I'll get some time, I'll try to cover why rent to own is a very costly program, and it is like trying to address the worst case scenario. So we will be going through all those particular things there. So let me explain you before I jump on the article, so then you can completely comprehend the article carefully. Let me double check if I am doing right on all the upfronts, and just checking on my Twitter that if I'm going, yeah, Twitter is covering properly. Let me double check on LinkedIn, and I am slightly, yeah, LinkedIn is also covering it. Okay, so LinkedIn also is doing fine. And then we can check up on both the pages of Facebook and the Facebook page. Yep, we're doing fine. Okay, so let's give you a brief difference between rent to own homes and buying. This particular minor difference will be able to let you grasp the entire article in much more clarity. Okay, so the first thing is, whether you're doing buying or doing rent to own, there are three main components. Almost two of them are fairly similar, and the last one is the major difference. So the first one is income. So whether you're trying to doing buying or doing rent to own, the income component does not change. And these days, it is around close to 4%, 4 times your annual gross income. So if your income is around 100, you will qualify around 4 times the income for a freehold, and close to between 3.5 to times for a condo, because condo has a maintenance fees. So that means your income is 100, 4 times the income, so any property up to $400,000. And in case if your income is around $125,000, you qualify all the way up to $500,000. Till last year, when the interest rates were lower, you used to qualify 4 times for a condo and 4.5 times for a freehold. So that is a slight variation. And if in the near future the rates go down, then you might again come into that particular bracket. So for both the programs, the income requirement do not change. So that has to be comprehended first. Let's go through the second one. The second thing is the down payment. As a first-time buyer, you can get away with 5% down payment. So that means if you're looking for a property up to $500,000, you may require 5%, that's close to $25,000 plus the closing cost. And for a rent-to-own program, different companies may have different down payment requirements. They are generally like in the range of 3 to 4%. So that is, but you will require down payment. It is like, there is no, I haven't seen any program which is there in the market that you can get away with no down payment. So there is a format for down payment. So, and this particular, the percentage of down payment on the purchase price will vary from companies to company. And generally a thumb rule, between 3 to 5% will work in most of the cases. The last one is the credit score. So that is where the main difference is between buying and rent to own. Those people who have bruised credit or are in the process of repairing their credit, they do rent to own till the time they can improve their credit and procure a mortgage. So let's say, so that is the main difference between the buying and the rent to own. If you have good credit, there is no point in doing rent to own, because rent to own is a very costly program and it is trying to address the worst case scenario. Like say, let's say suppose for example, someone is in consumer proposal or past bankruptcy, they have good income, they have good down payment, but they cannot get a mortgage right away. So they are in the waiting process till the time they can get discharged, and then they have to wait some more time till the time they can procure a mortgage. They may consider a rent to own. Or someone has a very bruised credit and it will take them some time, but they would like to get into the market now because the values are very, very down, less these days. So that is where this difference comes in over. And this is the main difference between the buying and the rent to own program. So once you have comprehended this, then let's take you towards the article, and then we may come back to it again, explain you more about the income and why it's a very costly program, and then we can take it to the next level. Give me one moment here. Before I jump onto the article there and the article that we are trying to cover for today. Let me see if we have any comments from somewhere, then we can get those addressed. Let me, if there are any comments, then I will pick them up at this particular period of time, and then we take it to okay, I don't see any comments at the moment, so we can't go to the next article there. We can review the article now. Okay, there we go. So this is the article that we are trying to cover, this one, which is called What to Know About Lease with Option to Buy or Rent to Own Homes. This is with Yahoo Finance, and it was done by Lara Vu Glitch on 10th of February, and that is what we are going to do. I think so. She's trying to cover the US market, but most of them are similar, but there may be slight variations and differences that I'll try to pick it up as we go along and explain you as much as possible regarding this particular one. Let me get my notes on this particular one. Okay, so when you see this particular one, what to know about lease with option to buy or rent to own homes, it is also called lease option. So someone may call it lease option or lease option to purchase. So all these 3-4 terms, lease option to purchase, lease with option to buy, or rent to own homes, they mean the same thing. They are all similar, and that is where. Not sure whether they are also covering the government rent to own program. Okay, so when this particular article that I am going through, I'm not sure whether they are covering the US rent to own program, if there is any. I have no idea about that. And there was like a Canadian rent to own program, which I